It's no secret that the United States can field quite the competent destroyer force. Most of their designs are very balanced, centered around fleet defense and anti-aircraft defense, with torpedoes being a secondary consideration. But what happens if you were to put the mentality of a torpedo destroyer and the mindset of a coastal player on the gun platform that is a United States destroyer? Then you get the Bagley. And the Bagley will open up a little bit of diverse tactics and really show why War Thunder Naval can be fun. Torpedo meta is where it's at. Here's myself from the past to explain the strengths of Bagley. Which is USS Bagley DD-386. It was a destroyer named after Ensign Worth Bagley, the only US naval officer killed in action during the Spanish-American War. Launched in September of 1936 and commissioned in June 1937, Bagley played a pivotal role in several key battles of World War II, including Pearl Harbor, Guadalcanal, and the Leyte Gulf. With a top speed of 38.5 knots, she was a formidable force on the high seas and helped protect and escort other vessels through some of the war's most intense battles. Unlike other American destroyers in the tech tree, she can be considered a torpedo destroyer because she has a whopping 16 Mark 15 torpedoes. They aren't the greatest, but when you have so many, doesn't really matter, does it? She is also faster than the Farragut class destroyer, so is better suited for a torpedo run. Here is my lineup at 4.0. We've got Bagley and Alwyn backed up with the Cyclone. The thing to remember is the front guns are a different type to the rear gun platforms, and they have a different fire rate. And that's why I say this is more of a torpedo destroyer, because your front guns are the fast firing, constant output, and your rear guns really are just self-defense, honestly. They're a lot slower. So I usually bring the Mark 46 because they have a high penetration and they are good at an angle. But in this close quarters map, which is probably one of my favorites, especially for this type of gameplay, is you could probably bring the Mark 32. Has more TNT, and you're not as worried about penetration in this close quarters engagements. Spawning in, we're going to head towards the Charlie Point, but we won't necessarily go there. I like to stay very, very minimal when I'm playing a destroyer, especially on this map. I like to play it like a giant torpedo boat, because really, it is a giant torpedo boat. The destroyer being the evolution of the torpedo boat. And then it was relegated to other roles because it's such a versatile platform. And we're going to watch here because usually half the team will head towards Charlie. And we have enough torpedoes here to be able to launch some speculative torpedoes without knowing the enemy are there, as well as saving some for close quarters engagements. Alright, so we have an enemy detected and they are heading towards Charlie Point. So we will put down a generous spread here. This is only my second game in the Bagley. The first game I recorded, but there was zero audio. So that was a skill issue on my part. Launching 3 fish. We have 2 launches on the side. We're keeping 1 fish in the port side launcher each. So we have 2 remaining on the port side in case we need them. Like a Russian destroyer is also being detected here. Now there is a lot of traffic here through the Bravo point, so we might actually head in there with a view to flank Charlie. All this activity at Bravo will probably inevitably bring in destroyers as well, and there is quite a few players in the match today. So we are going to see some action here in Northport. Lots of coastal activity. The change in perspective lets us see over cover a little bit better, which is great. This also does make it a little bit harder for coastal boats to hide. So you larger warship captains, make sure you're utilizing your new viewpoint to look out for ambushes. Alright, we're going to go through this tight little inlet here. Trying to keep our profile as minimal as possible. We're not firing our main guns unless we absolutely have to. Bagley is lightly armed in the AA department, only with 50 cals. The Farragut class has 20 mil Oerlikons, but less torpedoes. Bagley is faster too, which is a nice little thing, so we can probably get to somewhere where the destroyers won't be expecting us pretty quickly. Alright, we're safely through the channel. And the coastal battle is still raging. But it does look like the coastal boats are mainly AI. Alright, we have the first destroyer sighted, a Clemson. Alright, we are in stealth mode. We do not want him to detect us. I'll fire one torpedo through here off the starboard side. We might get lucky with it. If he slows down, it may run into him. The Clemson also has a lot of tubes, so we don't want to fall victim to a Clemson's spread. We want to come around the rear side here, and we'll engage him once he's occupied. It looks like he is, so we can open up a few volleys here. The change in perspective has made it harder for close range gunnery, which will help coastal boats, I think. Lots of coastal activity. They are not really a threat to us at the moment. We aren't going to fire the main guns because we have an ambush target. And it is a Bagley as well. Now we want to stay in front of him so he can't launch a spread on us. We need to get across his bow. Oh, I can't drop the fish yet. We've got too much roll going on here, and we're running straight into coastal boats. Get the fish out. That was the last two fish on the port side, so they need to do something meaningful. Yeah, this enemy Bagley here has lost his momentum, so he's at a standstill, and now he's been hit by our two fish. We are being swarmed by coastal boats. We have a Clemson in the background. My hope here is that Bagley will sink. Clemson's turning hard to port to launch a spread of fish on us. You just know he wants some fish in the water. Trying to take them out here. The shell's glancing off the deck. No meaningful damage. A few meaningful hits into the center mass of the ship now. Bagley here is in trouble. Let's try and finish her off. Can't quite get the guns down. Being a little bit too evasive here. I need to keep moving. This Clemson wants our blood. And we've lost the bridge. Jesus Christ, we're going to run into the shore here. We need to silence the Clemson. Yeah, he wants to get me with fish. It's a matter of principle for him. Yeah, they're in the water. 4 fish in the water at least. We still have no control. Slight amount of control. Bridge is back online. Now I can't see where those fish are going, and if I run into the shore here and turn to... I don't want to go broadside onto that. Shit. Alright, this is a precarious position we're in. We've lost all of our momentum. This is not what you want in a destroyer. Oh, where are these fish? Where are these fish? We're going to die at any second, I feel it. I'm trying to bring her around straight. Oh, there they are, there behind us. They are going to miss. If we had been going any faster, we would have run into them. All 4 fish slamming into the cliff behind us. That was very lucky. Yeah, I like to stay mobile in a destroyer. Sitting still is a death sentence. Looks like this Bagley is still alive. He's very crippled. But they've managed to contain the flooding, which means we're going to have to go and issue a coup de grace. My original intention was to go to the Charlie Point, but there was a lot of activity here, and we've managed to counter that rush into Bravo. We stopped one destroyer and destroyed the other. Let's see if we can finish off Bagley. We have 7 torpedoes left on the starboard side. Another enemy coastal boat. It's an AI one. I'm not too concerned. Nothing dangerous. What is Bagley doing? Trying to hold on. Trying to engage the coastal boats on the Bravo point. He's got tunnel vision, I think. We'll launch one fish. There's no point being so cruel. And I don't think he's seen us yet. We have another Clemson here on the starboard side, out through the bay. I have to keep that in mind. Our coup de grace fish is on the way to Bagley's bow. He still hasn't seen us, but I like to look a man in the face before I finish him off. That was an Alwyn. Correction, Alwyn. I thought I saw two. Yeah, I totally misidentified that ship. Farragut class. Observer bias, that's what it was. I'm in at Bagley, so I just assumed it was one. What have we got? Where is our Clemmy? He's making a dash for Charlie. Managed to skip a couple of shells off the water into the side of the ship. Now we have to try and navigate through this narrow little inlet. I do feel like they've made it smaller. Maybe that's because the scale feels different. Who knows? Can we beat this Clemson to Charlie? And we have to keep in mind there may be enemies on Charlie. Charlie appears to be uncontested by our team. Let's just get these in the water here. Drop a smoke screen just to cover our advance on Charlie. I can see a destroyer in the background heading towards us. Clemson here rammed up against the cliff, the glacier. Put the last of the fish in the water. I think we're done with that mission for now. We'll just concentrate on gunplay. Oh! Straight in the mag. Right, we're capturing Charlie, but we've got a little bit too much steam here. We've got enemy Leopard. He looks to be crippled badly. 10% buoyancy. I can't see where the cap zone ends. Where are the buoys? Full back, full back. We're going to overrun the cap zone. And he just dropped fish. Oh. And another. How many has he dropped? And another. Yeah, he saw us coming. Alright, we're in trouble here. We need to get back onto the capture zone because we are the last hope of the team. There's no one on this side. We've got a premium Clemson. I think that's the wood. Yeah, the wood. Well-born wood. These reguns are much slower. Oh, Japanese destroyer. High priority target. Much bigger guns. And honestly, easier to kill if I can hit one of those long lances on the deck. Come on, come on, come on. About to cap. Oh, the torpedoes! I totally forgot about the torpedoes. Holy shit. Wait, there's more coming then. Oh, yes, I was right. I totally forgot about it. But we've captured the Charlie point, and we have crippled this AN army. Not a bad run. 7 kills. Let's go air support. Try and stop these guys here. The F4U Corsair. One of my favourite CAS aircraft. Super useful. It has 2 1,000-pound bombs and they can be dropped individually. So if we do this right, we can finish off both of these destroyers making a run for Charlie. We have a single patrol boat contesting, looks to be 2 enemies. He's killed one, killed a PT boat, but it looks like he's got a gunboat, and the AA has opened up on us, so let's be evasive. We have distance. Oh, it looks like a DD, a small DD. Okay, looks like the Wellborn is going to run into the glacier again. So the AN Army is our real priority target. Alright, let's make the AN Army think that we are going to drop on the Wellborn. And then we'll use the energy from this dive to get to the AN Army as soon as possible. Big strafe. Few percent crew. Here we go. Trying to smash it through the bow. Oh, we missed. Oh, the X-ray looks like it went through the turret, and that's what exploded in the background. The bomb seemingly teleporting there instantly. Alright, let's try that again. The second dive is always harder because you've got this imbalance here on the wings. We've got big drift here as we dive. We'll need a bit of angle. Oh, just off the bow. Not close enough. Well. Alright, we're going to have to commit to guns on. Our team has captured Alpha. So I think we've got the match in the bag. Now let's do another stern to bow, and then we'll go for the Wellborn. They may capture Charlie. They are going to capture Charlie. I really messed up those runs. Oh, I'm too low. I'm going to hit the wire. Oh. And I didn't mean to leave the match. That's just my muscle memory from Air RB. As soon as you get clipped, you just leave. Alright, well, not too bad. I think we've won that match. I had a look at the replay to see if I could see the bomb go through that turret, but it didn't. It was glitched out big time. As soon as I launched it, dropped it, it exploded. Anyway, I'm Commander Tyrael. If you like the content, subscribe, like it, and I'll see you in the next one.